Ni hao. So I was in the middle of editing my next video when I decided to take a little break and scroll on TikTok. With the upcoming TikTok ban that has been happening, I've been seeing a lot of hilarious posts about people switching to a particular Chinese app, RedNote. At first, it kind of seemed like a meme, but as I kept scrolling, I saw more and more people were going to RedNote.
I have no idea what anyone on this app is saying.
And people were posting their RedNote results and everything. I thought it was hilarious, so I downloaded it. I decided to try it. I'm not afraid of giving the Chinese my data. What is my data going to tell them? The things I gooned to? But then I found something extremely interesting about the app. More specifically along the lines of posts you can make. I made a TikTok making a joke showing off my little war shelf, which is, airsoft. I keep the real things over, somewhere else. There've been a lot of memes about the Chinese spy.
This is your Chinese spy speaking. I want to post this video before it's too late. I guess we are not going to see each other again in the future. That's why I have something to say. It is a great honor to spy on you for the last few years.
So I thought it would be funny to make a TikTok showing off the war shelf, saying, this is going to be my first post on RedNote to let the Chinese spy know how us Americans really live. So I made that post on TikTok, and it actually got a community guideline strike and got taken down. So that got me wondering. I went out to make the post I said I was going to make, and let me just roll the post real quick for you.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋速度与激情就我最喜欢。早上好，中国！
That is what I posted as my first RedNote post. I even threw in some Hoyoverse and Genshin Impact hashtags just so they know I'm chill like that. Just kind of like trolling with the whole my Chinese spy meme that everybody's been rolling with. And it actually got a couple likes from some Chinese citizens as well as a comment. One thing people started pointing out about the whole RedNote platform is that it's a really friendly platform, and all of the users are very accepting and welcoming, and it's just like an overall good community. Like, everybody's been so kind and so chill, including this guy who popped in my comments. As a war gamer, I think I should tell you it's quite not good idea that show us with the Japanese rising sun flag. Obviously, English isn't his first language. But I sent a reply saying it's a car culture thing in America, and it's from my old car. Because I didn't quite understand what he meant by that based off of the broken English. But then he sent a reply, I understand it, but the official may ban videos because of this flag. Bro was just looking out for me. Shout out my guy. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that, but shout out my dude. He I'm a completely new poster, and I made a joke about Chinese communist spies, and he was all chill, just looking out for me on the post. That's pretty cool for a first interaction on the site. Here's the irony that I found. That post is still up currently and hasn't gotten any guideline strikes. Congress made this whole spiel.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
About TikTok being the problem. China is siphoning our data using TikTok, and it's a threat to U.S. national security and internet brain rot. But Congress was so worried about people on TikTok that they wanted to enact a ban, and it may or may not be banned within the next couple days. And people are swearing that it will be. I personally don't think TikTok's going anywhere. I don't really know how. Again, I'm not really educated on it. I just started making this video as soon as I started seeing the RedNote memes pop up on TikTok. The irony that on the American-based version of the app, I am being censored for posting not even real guns, but toys, airsoft, the plastic BBs. I can't post and share a electronic toy hobby that has a sport revolved around it on TikTok And I've already talked about how you can find more airsoft content on TikTok than you can Instagram and Facebook in a previous video. The fact that I'm able to post on RedNote without any community guideline strikes, not censored. The supposed actual Chinese app, China, the land of censorship, where you can't even reference Winnie the Pooh to a certain leader, that has got me sitting here with my nipples in a twist, wondering, I have less censorship on the Chinese data stealing app the actual Chinese one that is all in Chinese language, which has Chinese users, less censorship on that app than on the American-based TikTok. And just American social media in general. YouTube's been pretty gun-friendly. I know people have been saying there's been a whole gun and airsoft apocalypse. US Airsoft made a whole video about it. I briefly spoke about it in my video. It seems that you can still find plenty of gun content on YouTube. So specifically Meta, America's golden boy of social media. You can't post any guns or stuff like that. It's hidden. The whole For You Explore page for just airsoft is limited to 9 posts.
Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
By Congress pushing the ban on TikTok, the boogeyman of data stealing for the Chinese led Americans to mass download the actual Chinese app. RedNote has become the #1 most downloaded app on the App Store. Let that sink in, Congress. What is that? That is hilarious. And on this supposed Chinese Communist Party app, or Chinese Communist Party land of the censorship, I am less censored on their social media than I am on the American-based social media. Put that in your critical thinking noodle as to how was that fair to Americans, where we're supposedly the land of freedom of speech. And don't get me wrong, I love America. This isn't like a, bread tube video. I'm very well still an American boy. I love my cheeseburgers and my moon landing. Not only am I able to post gun content, when I was scrolling through the For You page, I found some gun content on the Chinese For You page.
你知道这么帅气潇洒的装弹方式是如何实现的吗？首先，我们学习一下最简单的方式：一手持枪，一手抓取4发霰弹，并将它们堆叠在手指上，然后用大拇指将其一发一发推入枪身底部弹仓。这种方式的好处是，你可以边瞄准边装弹。
You can't find that stuff on Instagram just by scrolling. I've scrolled through Instagram Reels for hours. Unless you are directly following somebody who makes airsoft or gun content on Instagram or Facebook, you will not get that in the For You page, usually. Just the whole situation is silly. And we have Americans learning Chinese. That's how annoyed they are about this TikTok ban. The fact that a social media app can do all of this and push Americans towards the exact thing Congress wanted to keep us from is hilarious.
你好，谢谢我的猫，谢谢我的猫，我谢谢不懂wow，谢谢第一点。
你好，兄弟，我的名字的好的。
RedNote also has some fire memes. There's this hilarious one where it's like a plankton esque thing going on, and just people have been sharing the chaos that is RedNote memes, that is Chinese memes, that we're all engaging in and having a good time. All jokes aside, I just thought this whole situation was crazy, and just how I post 2 identical posts, one on TikTok and one on RedNote. And the one on RedNote is the one that are allowed to remain, while the one on TikTok was the one that got taken down. Crazy. So yeah, that's about it. Follow me on RedNote and enjoy some crazy fire RedNote memes I found. See you guys.
Hello? Haro? Hibachi Benihana Teriyaki.
Nagasaki, Okinawa, Hokkaido, Yokohama.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Yeah! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
Also, the amount of times I accidentally said RedTube while recording this video is too many to count. It was a nightmare to edit. My brain hears RedNote and wants to go to RedTube.